to the Pipsoclock news review for the week. We'll review it from the 2nd of September to the 6th of September, and so we already Monday is past. As you can see on the screen, the events for Monday have come out. The only major event for Wednesday, according to Forest Factory FX Street calendar, is only the Caixin manufacturing PMI from China, and I know that many of you do not trade Chinese yuan, but then the medium impact events that came out on Monday are the AUD building permits and the Euro HCOB manufacturing. So Monday is past, and was quite an interesting Monday, getting set for the month, for the week. And really, this week is a very interesting week when you talk about the fundamental landscape, because the major movers for this week will really be from Wednesday. All right, and on Friday is a D-Day. Everybody looks forward to every month. That is the non-farm payroll. So we're going to be looking at how we can navigate through the weekend using the news review and knowing what to do. So two things will be uppermost in our mind. One, how to trade the numbers and how to trade the news. All right, so how do you trade the news and how do you trade the numbers? And we are going to still work with the strategies we recommend that you use this week. So let's get into it. So for Tuesday, already we have the major events for Tuesday. There will be a speech by a member of the Bank of England. That will be around 1:45, and then we'll be having let's first of all look at the major events for today. The major event for today from the US is the ISM manufacturing, according to the FX calendar. We're still going to confirm this with the Forest Factory calendar. Okay, so, and to trade the news, you need to mark that time on your calendar and prepare. What would you be doing? Which instrument are you trading? Are you trading the Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, USD CAD, USD CHF, or any of the USD pairs around that time? So you want to make sure that your trades are protected, okay, if you are profitable already, and so that you know how to navigate through it. But if you want to trade the numbers very quickly, you have the forecast at 47.5 with the previous number being 46.8. So, and in this indicator, if the IMF manufacturing PMI comes out higher than the forecast, which is 47.5, obviously it will be good for the US economy, and that will prompt a buying of the US dollar, meaning that Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, NZD USD are likely going to go down. That was bearish. But if it comes out lower than the number, then that means that it is bad for the US currency, and you see these pairs I've mentioned, these majors going up. And of course, for where the US dollar is the base currency, like the USD JPY, the USD CHF, USD CAD, a positive number for the ISM manufacturing. As a matter of fact, you are going to merge it with the second one, which is ISM manufacturing prices paid. Okay, that's for the month of August. So if the numbers are positive, you want to buy the USD CAD, USD CHF, USD JPY. But if negative, if lower than the forecast, you want to sell, in which case the dollar will lose some value. Then on Wednesday, which is a day you want to really, because normally Wednesdays, I use it to prep or gauge what to expect on Friday. I'm going to get into that when we get to the Forest Factory calendar. Okay, so on Wednesday, well, the medium impact events you'll be considering from Australia at midnight all the way to 2 a.m. Midnight, you just have the Judo Bank Composite PMI, the AIG Industry Index. All right, so you have all those, and then the Judo Bank Services PMI from Australia. You can trade the numbers, you can just trade the event by skipping it or marking your calendar to know that, hey, if you're trading AUD USD, you need to watch it at this time. But for most of us around here, we'll be asleep by then. So, except for those who are very busy in the day and just have that night to pick 20 pips or so, this may be the event you want to just see whether you can pick even 5 or 10 pips from. All right, so then 2 p.m., the TD Securities Inflation Reports year on year for the month of August. These are medium impact events and they may not really drive the markets that much, except for whatever happens in the background. Then at 2:30 a.m., the GDP, the gross domestic product from Australia, that's a major event. Really, you may want to skip the earlier ones and now focus on this 2:30 a.m. event that can drive the market for up to 20 pips. Yes. So if you want to trade that around that time, trade the numbers. If the outcome is higher than 0.3%, you want to buy the AUD USD, and if it is lower, you want to sell the AUD USD. Just watch for 15 to 20 pips. Don't go beyond that, except you already know the trend and the swing happens in favor of the trend you're already trading, then cool for you. All right, so at 8 a.m., between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., the medium impact events are from Europe, the Eurozone, first from Germany. Okay, you have from the Elderson speech, that a member of the European Central Bank speech. That speech, well, it may not really shake the market well, but then anything can happen. So then you have the German H composites PMI and the services PMI. So you want to watch them. Then the Eurozone H composites also, and then the producer price index for July, month on month and year on year. You want to focus on those, and you can trade the numbers actually or trade the news. So trading the news, meaning you watch the news, see it happen, then let the trend be defined, and then you hop in, not trying to do the numbers. If you want to do the numbers, then you want to actually come to check here. You have the focus and the previous numbers are equal, or both that for the Edge Corp services PMI German and that of the Eurozone. You have the for German at 51.4% previous and forecast, and 51.2% previous and forecast for German and for the Eurozone respectively. And of course, you have the producer price index. For the previous, it was 0.5%, forecast 0.3%, and then for the month for July. So if it comes out lower than 0.3%, you want to sell the euro. If it comes out higher than 0.3%, you want to buy the euro. And for the PPI, that's the producer price index for year on year, July, forecast was negative 3.2, and I mean the previous forecast is minus or negative 2.5%. So what it simply means is that if you have minus 2.4 or minus 2, then it's good for the currency. You want to buy the euro. If it is minus 3 or higher, sorry, if it is what did I even say? If it is minus 3 or higher, that means still very negative. Then you want to sell the euro. But then let's look at the major events. Really, these ones just medium. The major events, first off, is the Canadian. In fact, for this Wednesday, the Canadian interest rates and monetary policy statement very very critical. So as a matter of fact, if you really trade USD card, this is a good event to watch, and this is where you really need to either mind the numbers or you want to trade the news by marking the calendar, mark your calendar and close your positions or protect your profits. So the forecast here, there is a disparity between the previous and the forecast. So the previous has been 4.5% interest rate for the Canadian dollar. So the BOC, there's a forecast of 4.25. That means a 25 basis cut, rate cut. So most likely there's going to be a rate cut. So whether the number comes out the same or high, in fact, this is a tradable event just because of this disparity in the forecast and the previous. It's a tradable event. So you want to really watch it. Now, what you're going to watch here is that one, it may be priced in before the event. So if it is priced in, then you just want to watch for event to come out and see how the market will define its trend. But if you want to trade the numbers, hey, focus on it. If the number comes out the same, USD card will go up. Card JPY will go down. Card AUD will go down. You get that? But if the number comes out higher or returns back to the previous, which is 4.5%, that means they maintain the rate that it was previously. Obviously, card will appreciate, and you'll be seeing USD card going down, AUD card going down. Did I say card AUD before? AUD card should be, if it is negative, AUD card should be going up. Then you have AUD card, not card AUD, AUD card. Card JPY will then be going up if it is the same as the previous. Okay, so you want to watch it, all right? And I would recommend, if you are not really very good at, if you are not experienced in this, you want to watch the event come out, let the market be defined, then you can follow your technical analysis. Give it some 30 minutes. Okay. All right. So the now that Wednesday, let's go to Forex Factory and make some comparison on Wednesday. You can see that Monday through Monday was just light here. And then Wednesday, okay, so the numbers I was expecting to come from US is not even here. But just job openings from US. Okay, well, it's going to what I was thinking I was going to use to for the prediction. I can't find it here yet. So obviously, okay, it's on Thursday now. It's on Thursday, so we'll go back to that. It's Thursday, not Wednesday. Okay, so just job openings, a major event, 3 p.m. US. So you can trade the numbers. Forecast is 8.09, is lower than the previous. So meaning if the number is lower than this forecast, you'll see the US dollar depreciating. But if it is higher, the dollar will appreciate. And of course, the BOC press conference has been covered already. So on Thursday, um, early morning, 3 a.m., the RBA governor Bullock will be speaking. I think that's the major event that early morning. Then you now move on to the ADP non-farm employment chain. Now, normally I use this to gain insight into what to expect from non-farm payroll on Friday. Yes, may I say 70% of the time it works. So you want to focus on it. So that will give you an insight. Particularly if you want to straddle the NFP, which I don't advise though. And if you want to straddle it, you want to really take your risk management very seriously. But now look at the numbers. If the numbers for the ADP non-farm employment change comes out higher than 141K, already the focus is higher than the previous. So this to me is giving me an insight that the NFP this month most likely will favor the US dollar. Yep, favor the US dollar, and we might see gold tumbling and going down, 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 down on the 2,400 level. So this is just my observation anyway. So it's not a recommendation yet, okay? But then you want to trade the numbers, just work with what I've just said here. 141K higher, you want to buy the US dollar. Lower, you want to sell the US dollar. Meaning that pairs where the US dollar is the base currency, you will want to buy them if it is higher than 141K. You want to sell them if it is lower than 141K. Or you just let this event come out. You know, okay, you have an insight into what to expect for Friday. Of course, unemployment claims will happen at 1:30, and then you see the forecast and the previous number the same. That's for last week. So just look at that. It's a major event, 231K. Lower than that, you want to sell the US dollar. Higher than that, you want to buy the US dollar. And of course, at 3 p.m., you have the ISM manufacturing PMI. So let's see whether we have any more major events from the from FX Street calendar. Well, on the FX Street calendar for Thursday, I think it's the same. Okay, the job openings for Wednesday is 8.1 million here, while it is 8.09. Well, it's just approximation. Okay, so I think it's the same. Yep, it's the same. So it's the same numbers. All right. So now 51.1 here. Let's see whether it's 51.1 there. Yes, it's the same. Okay. So then on Friday, the D day, that everyone looks forward to. But then you begin in the morning, see the medium numbers in the morning from the Eurozone. And then the major events we have there is the gross domestic product at 10 a.m. for the Eurozone. All right, you want to trade the numbers, you want to trade the events. So to trade the events, mark your calendar and pause your trading or protect your trades before the events. Trade the numbers, you have the numbers there. Higher than forecast, you buy euro. Lower than forecast, you sell euro. What if there is disparity on the year on year versus the quarter on quarter? Well, that's where experience comes in. So you want to maybe be in our trading room to see how we can navigate through that. All right, then by 1:30 p.m., array of events from Canada, the net change in employment, 25K forecast. Previously was negative balance, 2.8K. So the forecast this month is saying that things are better in Canada for the net change in employment. All right, so then the unemployment rates report for Canada forecast is 6.5%, an increase from last month. Not good for the Canadian dollar, if I must say. So if it comes out the way it is at 6.5, the Canadian dollar will lose some value. Yeah. So you'll be looking at buying USD card. But if it eventually turns back to return to 6.4 or lower, then you see USD card trying to go down to the abyss. Okay. All right. So you then the non-farm payrolls, the big one, is still at the same time. So either you are, I think at this time you may want to leave out the Canadian, I think you want to alongside the events. You need to be experienced to do that. So two ways you're going to trade your NFP this week. One, mark the calendar. All right. And particularly now that gold, particularly for the gold traders, now that gold is trying to, it's like profit have been taken at above 2,500, right? And so at this time, it's like the bulls have lost some bearing or some bulls on the precious metal, the yellow metal. So with what is coming out now, I expect some high volatility on gold. Yes, expect some high volatility on gold, and you want to watch it. All right, so prior to this time, I suggest you close your gold positions. Yes, let the event come out. After that, you can then come back to find the trend of the market. That's my recommendation. If you are experienced to trade the numbers, why not? Euro USD, GBP USD, Euro CHF, Euro JPY, USD JPY, USD CAD, AUD USD, NZD USD, all of these will come to bear. Gold, all of these will come to bear. So you want to really warm up and prepare for this and make sure you have enough money in your trading account and be conscious of your risk management. Right? Do not expose too much. All right, so that will be all for the news review for this week. So these events are bound to really drive the markets this week, particularly Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, the big day. So let's look forward to it. Let's see, perhaps on Friday in our trading room, if we'll do a coverage of the NFP from 1 p.m. We'll likely walk around that to see if we can do a coverage of the NFP from 1 p.m. So or 1:15 thereabout. So we'll give a notification in the Telegram channel. So you want to get prepared for trading the news this week, and this is wishing you a very profitable trading experience from the Pipsoclock team. Thank you and God bless you.